Goku vs. Superman, Saitama vs. Superman, Goku vs. Saitama. The immense amounts of physical power these fictional juggernauts possess is what drives us to wonder who would win in these classic matchups that are constantly debated upon within the fictional fandom. Now, while physical power is pivotal in a battle, speed is also pivotal, as you can't beat what you can't hit. So what better matchup to analyze and discuss than a matchup between two of the fastest and most iconic speedsters in fiction, Minato Namikaze, aka the Yellow Flash of the Leaf from the Naruto verse, versus Barry Allen, aka the Flash from the DC verse. Both having heralded the title of the world's fastest man, this matchup naturally makes many wonder how a battle between these speedsters would go. So in today's video, we will analyze how fast and capable these two speedsters truly are, and then compare the two to deduce who would win, where it will become clear that one far surpasses the other. Now before we begin, please note that for Minato, we are using both the Naruto manga and anime, where I'll be highballing him as much as possible, with the reason for that becoming clear later in the video, while for Barry Allen, we will be using his new 52/DC Rebirth iteration, as he is a composite character with multiple versions, all varying in speed and power, as many comic book fans know. Both characters will be in character and will consider each other enemies when they encounter each other, with the win conditions for the battle being disabling and or killing their opponent. So starting off with Minato Namikaze, Minato was a prodigal figure in the Naruto verse, being selected as the 4th Hokage of Konoha due to his high intelligence and immense physical talent. His abilities include instant teleportation with the correct kunai and or markings in place, the Rasengan which pummels his opponents, proficiency in Funjutsu aka sealing his opponents, and more. Being the founder of multiple legendary jutsu, such as the Rasengan and the Flying Raijin, because of his unparalleled speed, he was given the title the Yellow Flash during the Third Great Ninja War, being such a threatening shinobi that other nations would enforce a run-on-site order for their military forces, as even entire shinobi platoons paled in comparison to Minato's combat abilities. Hence, what truly separates him from other shinobi was his blazing speed, with his most notable feat coming against the 4th Raikage A. The 4th Raikage is stated to be capable of reaching speeds at least relativistic to the speed of light when using the lariat, which we can deduce isn't even his full speed, as when he attempted to blitz Minato during the Third Great Shinobi War, he states that is when he used his fastest speed, where it is clear he wasn't using the lariat. Hence, it is more than likely that the Raikage is capable of light speed, which Minato not only evaded and perceived, but in fact casually reacted to as well. Now to take his speed a step further, we will also be factoring in when Minato is reanimated, where he then had KCM mode thanks to sealing the Nine Tails inside of him prior to his death. For the purposes of this video, we will presuppose Minato is alive with KCM mode, and that the amplification and power he gets is similar to Naruto's when he attains KCM mode, which can be deduced to be around perhaps 100 times, making him 100 times faster and overall more powerful, as in the Naruto verse, once you become that much more powerful, there is a common trend, which is that people's bodies and chakra networks start to be overly taxed, such as Choji when he receives a 100 times multiplier for consuming the Akamichi clan red pill, which is the largest multiplier we are given in Naruto and Naruto Shippuden as a matter of fact, or Lee and Might Guy with the 8 inner gates, which is stated to be a dozens of times multiplier. Hence, that is why logically, claiming that Minato became hundreds of times stronger would be unlikely, and that is also why I'm not claiming that in this video, despite Minato needing all the highballing he can get for this matchup, as you will soon see. This indicates that Minato has reaction times and physical movement speed 100 times beyond the speed of light, give or take. Thus, it is quite clear why he was bestowed upon the title of the Yellow Flash, and why the shinobi world held him in such high esteem. Now to analyze and discuss Minato's attack potency and durability, as those correlate, as we all know thanks to the law of physics, at the young age of around 14 years old, as we learn in the Minato one-shot, Minato is able to survive both being struck upon and impaled by V1 Bijou Cloak Kushina, only to then stalemate a chained bloodlusted Kurama in a Rasengan vs Bijou Bomb clash in Kushina's astro plane, and as Naruto fans know, Bijou Bombs of even small proportions are capable of significant damage, hence Minato being fatigued and only barely mastering the Rasengan achieving this is a ridiculous feat, especially at his young age. Hence, Minato by the time he reaches the position of Hokage certainly possesses the AP required to destroy large amounts of land, and also possesses the durability to survive this level of kinetic energy, meaning in this iteration, he's around city block levels of AP and durability. Hence, when using the same multiplier used for his speed, when factoring in Minato with KCM mode, he would have around small town levels of AP when calculating the kinetic energy required to destroy a city block, multiplied by the 100 times multiplier we established earlier. Finally, to wrap up Minato's breakdown, as I have stated in previous versus matchups, it is also important to discuss the character that he is and the overall psychological profile that he has. Minato from a young age bestowed the sense of duty upon himself to protect others due to his prodigal talent, and because of this, he galvanized himself into an honorable and strongly convicted man. During times of war, he would selflessly put himself on the front line, willing to carry the entire burden at times for the sake of his comrades, and certainly died an honorable man in legend when he saved the Leaf and his own son Naruto from certain death when defeating the Nine Tails via sealing. However, his weakness would certainly be his care for others, with Obito Uchiha attempting to exploit this when using Naruto and his wife Kushina as hostage during their epic battle. Hence, it would be possibly detrimental to Minato if his opponent was willing to kill those he loves in an attempt to throw Minato off. Next up, we will be analyzing and breaking down perhaps the most iconic speedster in all of fiction, Barry Allen, aka The Flash. Barry Allen was a forensic scientist who, while in a lab, had an accident which resulted in him acquiring abilities that allowed him to tap into what is called the Speed Force, which is one of the 7 forces of the universe within each universe of the DC multiverse, respectively, that essentially drives time and space, allowing them to continue progressing, and also being the cosmic force that grants speedsters like Barry Allen their powers. Having a wide variety of abilities thanks to this, his abilities include intangibility via vibrational frequency manipulation, enhanced regeneration, conceptual manipulation such as defying death itself, and even time travel. Hence, because of the immense power at Barry's fingertips, he is a pivotal figure in the entire DC multiverse, being able to affect entire timelines due to his ability to time travel and literally affect the progression of time and space, being able to tap into the Speed Force itself. So to first analyze Flash's speed now, Flash is able to time travel as previously stated, and even at times absorb the Speed Force itself, such as when he was moving so fast alongside Kid Flash that the monsters they were combating, which were moving at light speed, appeared frozen. Hence, to even attempt to quantitatively analyze Flash's speed is essentially impossible, as he is capable of such high speed that it is immeasurable, and to really put that into perspective, think of it like this. The literal miles per hour he is capable of achieving is so large that it would take a literal eternity to write it down legibly on a piece of paper. His speed and ability literally defy the laws of physics to such a high degree that instant speed itself is far inferior to his own, despite that literally making no sense to our human minds. His speed is beyond our comprehension, with him being the essence of speed itself. Now, to discuss Flash's AP and durability, many people aren't aware or overlook the physical power Flash is able to produce and withstand. In fact, now although Flash clearly defies our real universe's law of physics, he actually has an ability called the Infinite Mass Punch, which follows the law of relativity, which essentially states, as you approach light speed, your mass progresses towards infinity. Hence, with this ability, Flash gathers so much energy from the speed he reaches that his punches literally have the power of exploding stars, with Barry stating his punches that are above light speed have the power of white dwarf stars, which is approximately 10 to the power of 44 joules, meaning he is capable of generating large star levels of kinetic energy, which would shatter planets, stars, and even certain solar systems possibly, and thanks to the Speed Force, he is able to withstand the speeds he reaches as well, without his body literally ripping apart from this sheer speed. So now to get into Flash's psychological profile. Barry Allen, similar to Minato, is a very honorable man and superhero known for his selflessness and integrity. He always goes out of his way to save as many lives as possible during times of peril, even if it means losing his own life, which certainly made him worthy to be part of the legendary Justice League. However, like Minato, his selflessness and self-bestowed upon duty to serve and protect others allows enemies to exploit that, with calming enemies such as Grodd and Captain Cold, using hostages to make him comply to their demands, for example. Hence, he has the same strength of character as Minato, but also his weaknesses as well. Hence, with all that being said, How would this matchup go? Well, both characters are very intelligent, so clearly both would attempt to first deduce the abilities of the other. However, both would quickly realize that Flash far surpasses Minato in terms of speed and overall ability. In fact, ironically, despite Minato being the man that had a run-in-sight order placed against him, Minato's best chance of surviving would be in fact to run away from this battle as well. Flash is so much faster than him that if Flash wanted to, he could beyond instantly kill Minato without Minato's own mind ever realizing what took place, as Minato would literally be unable to even perceive what would happen in that minuscule, incomprehensible amount of time. To be honest, Flash is so fast that even if Minato used Flying Raijin to attempt to escape or strategize, the Flash would still outspeed Minato, despite that not even making sense, since the Flying Raijin is instant, with Flash again literally having immeasurable speed, even beyond instantaneous. Hence, it is quite clear how this battle would go, with Flash being far above someone of the caliber of Minato Namikaze. And there you guys have it, folks. That is the video. As always, feel free to leave any disagreements or general thoughts in the comment section below. Also, let me know what other matchups you guys would like to see next, including maybe a closer matchup that would result in perhaps a very interesting comparison and battle as well. Anyways, I hope you folks enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next video. Stay classy.